Alright, what up people? It's your boy Chig from Unit Eagle Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. We're doing something a little bit different. Apologies first of all. I don't know why the fuck it's so dark. The lighting's normally at least a little bit better than this. I'll fix all that. It's all coming. But this is a live stream for England versus Nigeria. So apologies if I do get a little bit engrossed and focused on the TV behind you guys. I'm just really I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I know this game doesn't technically mean a lot in theory to either side. You know, we're both in the World Cup. We've both got things to focus on, tricky groups to maneuver through. But this game, obviously being a British Nigerian, with two teams that I do care about. Obviously, Nigeria is my country of origin, England being my country of birth. So this game's a big deal, you know, and it's always a big deal, you know. When Nigeria play England, it's a very rare thing. Yeah. So this means a lot. It does mean a lot to Nigerians everywhere, whether you're British born or... Oh, what kind of goal kick is that? All right, yes. Okay, let's try. Bit gutted, actually, because Igalo's starting up front by himself. Would have preferred Iniastro, to be honest. I think he's a better all-round player than Igalo. Igalo is one of these players where, when he's in a purple patch, he's very, very good. But that's not very often. I mean, we saw that for Watford. The 2 seasons for Watford were a good demonstration of that. The Watford game, he was very up and down. He was very sorry, the Watford game. The first Watford season was very, very good. Scored a lot of goals. Set the most recent Watford season a shadow of his former self, to be fair. Him and Deeney, really, but him in particular, went right off the boil. I remember when Arsenal were being linked with Igalo, and as much as I would love another Nigerian in the Arsenal squad, I know that probably fills you guys with dread looking at Iwobi. Brav! And I'll tell you what, my heart's going to keep going, because I'll tell you what, our defense makes Mustafi look good. Our defense is terrible. It is terrible. Especially when you've got a goalkeeper that, like I said yesterday on my live preview with Ola, you got our goalkeepers historically all tend to want to play up front for some stupid reason. You could tell they were literally like footballers who weren't quite good enough in any other area of the pitch. So they decided just before they joined the national team to be a goalkeeper. It's the way Nigerian football team works. No one in Nigeria grows up and thinks, you know what, I'm going to be a goalkeeper. It doesn't happen. In this country, it happens. Nigeria, it doesn't. So, yeah. Sorry for long gaps and silences. I've invited Ola and invited Leon if they're about, so they might drop in at some point. They both have the links. So I'm going to dive in the chat room every now and again when there's a little bit of a lull like this, just to interact with you guys. So you're not just looking at my ugly mug for no reason. So feel free to ask me any questions while I'm watching the game. I know it can't be that entertaining watching somebody else watching the game that you're probably watching anyway. How are you guys doing on a Saturday anyway? Good? Anyone gone out? Done their thing? Big up Clearly State. What up? My man Archie, what up, what up, what up? Spurs are shit. Yeah, all right. You're shit too. You're shit too. Does Nigeria are shit? Is there anyone that isn't shit? Yeah, I hear you, Mr. Arsenal 89. They are a young team. Not sure about this manager, but he does seem to be getting the best out of certain players. I think when Ola compared him with Emre, I think that's a really good assessment, actually, because he's very detailed. My dad in particular has been telling me a lot about him. And yeah. Spurs, it's such an unusual feeling. I'm actually getting trolled by Arsenal fans. It's so weird. It's so weird. I am shitting myself. I ain't gonna lie, there's a very good chance that we could get absolutely smoked here. Liverpool versus everybody. I'm pulling for Nigeria, mate. I like England, but come on now. Nigeria, my country of origin. Now we're defending a fucking free kick. Oh my gosh. This is going to be the one time Ashley Young fucking shows up, ain't it? I don't know, Trippier takes free kicks like that. Bruv. Fucking hell. Woo. Good save. This is like a really weird game already, man. I didn't expect us to be so on the back foot so quickly. So this is a little bit of a worry. Fuck!
It's a fabulous start, isn't it? Score from the second row as well. Very soft early start. That's a good ball in the outswinger. Who really gets a little bit of, just a little bit of space. Not too tall defending there. Just gets away from the.
So, Nigeria have conceded to Gary motherfucking Cahill. Ah.
Yeah, defender just cannot get up.
If we get smoked as well, I'm never going to fucking hear the end of it from my boys. I am never going to hear the end of it.
Sometimes you see him get a second ball and he scores and he's straight. He's a great defensive player. And before that weekend, that's his first couple of 13 months.
Fucking get started, man. I was starting like our name is Arsenal out here. What's going on? What the fuck is going on here? Shit. Yeah, and again, and square that. Oh, so pissed. I'm so pissed, guys. I'm so pissed. So pissed, bro. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this fucking hell. Playing like a bunch of chumps right now. Kick the ball and get going, for fuck's sake. I actually have. I ordered it on payday most recently. So, but I had to get it shipped over. Not from Nigeria, would you believe it? I had to get it shipped over from Holland, so I'm waiting for that shit to arrive. So yeah, Will Graham, I have. It should be in time for the World Cup. That's what I wanted it for. Right, so knock that ball about, bruv. Knock that about. I agree with you, Archie. It could be a 5-0 at this rate. I didn't expect us to be on the back foot at least this early. I expected us to come out and be a little bit more motivated. We're going through the fucking motions at the moment. And we normally move the ball a little bit quicker than we're moving. I don't. Box Ali, man, a fucking traitor ass, half Nigerian punk ass pussy idiot. Why do people like spamming my shit? I'll tell you. Now you just have to just put this idiot on timeout.
All starts in the last 4 months of the 12th season.
That's the question. Given that he's had time off, Archie, I expect him to be Arsenal Iwobi, which is fine, to be fair, as long as he's Nigeria Iwobi in the World Cup. I know in theory this game doesn't mean anything. I know it doesn't mean anything. But it does mean something. It does. Oh, my God. Seen in a second corner now. Kit is a bad man, Kit, isn't it, James? I love it. I'm not even really into green too tough, but I ain't gonna lie, I think that fucking kit is amazing. I like our away kit as well, which is it's a darker green. Yeah, I like it. Easy, easy.
Just too many green shirts there to get the blocks, but encourage the start for that.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying about our goalkeeper? Do you see that? This is what I'm trying to say. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a long fucking game. See what I'm saying about our goalkeeper and our defense? It is useless. Yeah, I really like the training gear 2 Arsenal 89. There's yeah, some good stuff. So who have we got in the World Cup? So in our group is Iceland, Argentina, and I believe Croatia. I was going to say we had half a chance at second, but seeing the way we start this freaking game, I don't know. You never know with I literally we are a Jekyll and Hyde team. Just the same way we could lose this game 5-0 and looking at the sides, we're probably gonna get absolutely battered by the looks of it. But we're also the type of team that can beat an Argentina 4-2. What is going on, bro? Oh my God! See what I'm saying? This is what I said yesterday. Our team is like it. If any of the forward players get near our defense just opens. You know, we're not like we used to be when we had people like Taribo West and stuff like that. When at least we had a little bit of toughness at the back. Our defenders are fucking useless, bro. They are useless. And you guys haven't even been able to see a demonstration of what our attacking unit can do. Because we're so busy being on the fucking back foot and we're not playing as a team. We are just a shitter version of Arsenal because we have very similar problems. Just useless at the back, no metal. We've got more power than Arsenal, but we're not demonstrating it very well at the moment. Yeah, you say that, Argentina, but just remember something. I don't know if you're an England fan. I assume you guys are. Nigeria have won something more recently than you guys. And I ain't talking about the African Nations Cup. Olympic champs, baby. Just remember that. Yeah, we did beat Argentina earlier this year, actually. 4-2. I don't know if you saw Tristan. Don't know if you saw Arsenal towards the end of the season. We're pretty much playing like that right now. There you go. Ah, bro, hold your fucking run. It's Cahill. It's Cahill, for fuck's sake. Hold that run. Shit. Yeah, Iwobi was on fire in that match. He's brilliant for Nigeria. It's just for England, because he knows the fans hate him. Sorry, for Arsenal, because he knows the fans hate him, he plays like a player who lacks confidence. What I'm hoping is that hasn't damaged his confidence ahead of the World Cup in a couple of weeks' time, because we need him. Well, laugh if you want to, but he's one of our more technically able players. Okay, it looks like we settled down a little bit. I say that, just as I say that. All right, so bun him. Just bun him, bruv. All right. I don't know why we're crossing the ball. Like, Nigeria crossing the ball is like... Hold on, let me block this fucking idiot. Nigeria blocking the ball is like Arsenal crossing the ball when we don't have jury. That makes no sense. Me, I'm with you, Will. I'm with you, brother. And yes, I agree with you, Oliver. Can't believe I'm agreeing with Oliver so much lately. But yeah, I agree with you, Oliver. Wenger did hang him out to dry. Played him far too much. Other than towards the end of the season, I did notice that Iwobi did play distinctively less over the last couple of months of the season, which I'm hoping will serve him well for the World Cup. Dr. Trolley, Kanu, I know people will find this nuts. Kanu is my favourite Arsenal player of all time. I'm not saying, before people react, I'm not saying he was the best. I'm saying he was my favourite Arsenal player of all time. So yes, I do miss him greatly. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, brother. I would too, to be fair. You know what? Speaking of which, let me fucking mute it. Let me mute it and talk to you guys a little bit. I am FIFA. I am. I'm born here, raised here, have a lot of respect for England, want to see England do well, but my heart is with Nigeria. Super Eagles, baby. What kind of ball, bruv? Oh, man. See what I'm saying? You're going to let this idiot score now. Defend that. Oh, my gosh. 2-0. Oh. Fuck's sake, bro. We can't defend for shit. I knew our defending was bad. I didn't know it was this bad. Johnny, I know. I was supposed to get one today, and then time ran away from me, and then this match was on. So I'm gonna see if my barber's about tomorrow. But yes, believe me, I know. Trust me, I know. Need my Afro pick. How are you guys enjoying the game? Are you even enjoying the game? Because I can't imagine many people these days enjoy watching England play. Are you guys enjoying the game? I fucking ain't. I don't like the way we're defending at all. what I'm hoping is that we can stay in it. If we can take it 1-0 into half time, as I'm saying that, Ashley Young's on the attack now. So let me shut my mouth for a second. Yes. Oh, suck a dick, man. Get the fuck up. Diving cunt. Let's see if Ola's about. Hold on. See this kind of crap? I know it happens in live streams all the time, where you just get people that stream the shit out of you. That spam the shit out of you, I should say. Collect that. Anyone else? Just there you go. There you go. Awobes, let's go. Let's drive this thing. Awobi, let's drive this thing. Yep. No. And it wasn't Awobi's fault, to be fair. Really? How many of these fucking cunts are there? All right, so it's a little bit of a lull. Let me breathe for a second. Fuck you, FIFA. I agree, though. I'm from Amsterdam, so I can't watch it. I'm in Lagos, so really sad. I found the stream, but it got taken down a few minutes ago. Oh, damn shame, man. I know what that's like being in England and you're on a Saturday afternoon and you're trying to watch an Arsenal game and sites keep getting taken down. What can you do, man? What up, Wilson? You good? Long time listener there. Fuck him. Keep hacking these fuckers down, bro. I don't give a fuck. Hack them down. I don't know about interesting. You're more optimistic than me. I'm nervous as fuck, I ain't gonna lie. To answer your question, Archie, I'll be honest with you. I don't really rate Nzonzi. I remember when we used to be linked to him when he was at Blackburn, and I thought to myself, all right, who's this young 21-year-old? And he hasn't really kicked on. I know he's had a couple of good performances for Seville every now and again. Supposedly he had a really good season last season for Seville. And it seems like if you met Emre, even for 10 seconds, you're being linked with Arsenal at the moment. It just seems to be the way that every Seville player and every PSG player are being linked with Arsenal right now. But what I'll say is this. We needed a player of his type. And if he could give us 2 or 3 years, what is he, 29, 30 now, of decent cover, I'll be all for it because we've needed a defensive midfielder for a long time. I just think there's better out there. I'd prefer Carvalho, personally. Honestly, you're probably right. I don't want to hear that shit, Wilson, but you're probably right. I am probably England probably will win this. I'm hoping not, but England probably will win this. So Massaroor, you missed what I said earlier. I'm British born, British raised, but I'm Nigerian ethnicity, originally from Nigeria. So my heart's with Nigeria. That doesn't necessarily mean that I don't want to see England do well, because I've got an eye on them in the World Cup. But in terms of the team I'm following, it'd be Nigeria. I agree with you, Oliver. I agree with you completely about Nzonzi. Is he an actual free agent, though, Oliver? Because wasn't he owned at one point by about 5 different people and companies and shit? And that's why no one has been able to sign him, despite so many teams being linked with him. Carvalho, Wilson, for me, I think he's just a better all-round player, more powerful, and will do the job we actually need to be done. I just don't rate. I don't rate him. I was never impressed with anything he did at Stoke or Blackburn. Seville, okay, he's matured into a decent player. I think we need better than decent. You know, we keep getting linked with these decent defenders or, you know, capable like right backs who are decent cover. What happened to us getting good players? You know, the only good player, really good player that we're constantly linked with is Dembele. And let's be real here, we have no chance of signing him at least permanently. We're just hoping and praying that we can get him on a loan deal. That's what I'm saying, Archie. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Socrates cost 16 million with nickel and diamond for 3 million. And that's why it's taken so freaking long. Okay, Ryan, I'll be real with you. Don't know a lot about him. I don't know a lot about him. So I'll definitely have to look into that. I'm not sure I agree with that, Massor. I really like Fabinho. Really like Fabinho. I think he made Bakayoko look good. I think he effectively got Bakayoko his move. Tell you what, Nigeria are starting to fight a little bit. Starting to fight just a little bit. Just defend that shit. Oh! How does that ball even get to the point where he has an opportunity to fucking score? How? How is no defender dealt with that? Not the left back, not the centre back, not the goalkeeper, not nothing. Fucking hell, bruv. Defend that. Don't let Ashley on do something. He ain't good. Don't let him do something. He's just got nimble feet and dives. That's it. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I don't know who that passes to, bruv. Who are you even trying to pass to? Yeah, I'm with you, man. Actually, I think Trippier is underrated by Spurs fans, actually. I think he's very good. Yeah, but you ain't Spurs. Spurs are shit. You ain't. Defend that. No communication. No. Honestly, our defense is literally is clowning. That's that the Begon guy I told you about yesterday. Plays for Brighton. Pulse. For me, I'm happy with Emery. I think he's a good, ideal interim guy. I know a lot of people are disappointed they didn't get Allegri or they didn't get. To be honest, I think you need the guy to sort out the details and get us back to closer to the level that you want. So if you're looking for a guy who could just do like a 4 year job, I think Emery's your guy, to be honest. I know a lot of people were talking about Carlo Ancelotti as being a good interim guy. Like Lee was a big proponent of that. But I'll tell you what, and I know Lee's happy with Emery as well, to be fair. I think Emery is really good for that. I just didn't really consider him before. And I think not a lot of people did, which is why it seems like it's very underwhelming. But to be honest, I'm happy. I'm happy. I think he'll get us closer to where we need to be. Whether he'll get us challenging for like Premier Leagues and stuff, time will tell. Oh, so Masur, they're booing Dele Alli because he's half Nigerian and and he is not representing Nigeria. So Nigeria see him as a bit of a traitor. Yeah, I'm with you, Fury. Summers are never easy to be Arsenal fans. Let's just be real here. It's not a nice time. I said it before and I say it again. Summer for us is like a poor family during Christmas. You know, you're just watching other families open presents and get all these fancy stuff, whereas you're getting a sock that was passed through the family. So people who are just tuning on to this wondering what the fuck is this? Because I keep seeing that in the chat room from randoms. This is just a watch along with me. And I'm doing that. Why, oh, why is that a foul? Fuck off, is that a foul? This is basically me just watching along the game. It's just something a little bit different for you guys, you know. Watching along to me, watching the game and seeing my reactions as to what I'm like when I'm watching a game. So yeah, just something a little different. If you guys don't like it, I won't do it anymore. So let me know. And the best way to let me know, by the way, is by crushing that like button and hitting that subscribe button. That's the best feedback I can get. Not none of your not insulting comments, because I have no problems blocking people. Literally no problems. I've got plenty of space in the VIP part of my block party. Our passing is whack. Well, this is the thing. I want to. I do pay attention to things like, you know, likes and dislikes for videos and stuff like that. You know, for me, it's not just a tagline. It's a good way of me getting feedback from you guys. If ultimately you guys don't like this, then I won't do this. It's as simple as that. If you guys do like it, then just tell me you like it, and I'll consider doing that for all the Nigeria games. I have no issue with that whatsoever. Thank you very much, Pulse. Appreciate it, brother. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Of course. See, Mr. Arsenal, that's what I like. Ask me. Don't spam my shit. Just ask me. And of course you can. Thank you very much, Wilson. I ain't forgotten you, man. You were an early subscriber of mine, so I appreciate the love. Go on, Awops. That's it, Awops. Who's there, though? Oh, why wouldn't you sort that out? That wasn't a hard flying cross. Simpan, it was just Nigeria's slack. Ooh, okay, at least it's an effort. It was just Nigeria's slack defending, and Cahill scored a header. Came from a, was it even a cross or a corner? I can't even remember. We are coming into the game. We've started to settle down a little bit. And I think it's a combination of England slowing down a little bit and us settling down a little bit. I'll take a 1-0 into half time, to be fair. And just to kind of like, for the coach to kind of get into the defense a little bit and just find out what the fuck is going on. Like this type of shit. Like this type of shit. Woo! Woo! I agree, man. I agree, Telcam. I agree. Was that a save as well? Or was it a quick click the crossbar? Must be a crossbar thing. Oh no, wasn't even. I don't know. Is he started? Yeah, he has started. We're shutting down, bro. Don't worry about that. We ain't shut shit down. I don't know. Which is my worry. If England are dominating and getting this many chances and Kane hasn't done shit, what happens when Kane does do shit? No, we don't want Vardy's movement. Vardy's movement will cause us all sorts of problems. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe Kane does move around, but he moves around quite gradually. Kane's movement is very clever. We can deal with clever. What we don't like are people that just move around a lot. So if you notice, all the chances are falling to Sterling, Young, and Lingard. I still don't rate Lingard. I don't care what anyone tells me. I still don't rate him. See what I'm saying? Our defenders make Mustafi look good. They really do. Suraj, I'll probably tell you that after the game. Prior to yesterday, I would have said, you know what, we have a decent chance at what a goal, to be fair. Didn't I say that, though? Didn't I say that? I said to you guys, because we haven't... what did I say? Oh, I know my phone keeps buzzing off. I know what the fuck it is. See, you guys spoke too soon, talking that shit about Kane. He heard and thought, all right, cool, I'll turn up, man. Yeah, our keeper is terrible, Archie. Bro, I told all of you guys this in my preview yesterday. Did I not say that our keepers historically have been terrible. Because they're all really outfield players that are just chosen to play in goal. No one in I'm telling you now, no one in Nigeria ever wants to be a goalkeeper. That's it. No. Oh, come on. Get that under control, Agalu. Come on, man. Look at this. It's probably going to be 3-0 again now. Well, yesterday's prediction is still on, technically. I did say it would be 2-2. Gosh. I definitely could have saved that. I definitely could have saved that shit. I'm already deflated watching this game, man. I'll tell you, because I could just see more happening. I didn't realize our defense was this bad. It is bad. We look every bit number 48 in the world. Just looking at it. So I'm saying I've got to keep blocking these fuckers. Oh, you guys, what do you think about the game so far? Does Nigeria have any chance, any opportunity of getting back into this game? Yeah, I know, bro. We don't have, I'm telling you now, the second goalkeeper, the third, I don't even know if we have a third goalkeeper. Won't be much better than this. Bring on Obafemi Wise. I'll take a 40-year-old Obafemi Martins, I'll tell you. Show a bit more guts than these motherfuckers. Bring on Carney as well. I'll take a 50-year-old Carney. Let me tell you that now. My favorite Arsenal player. I done told you guys before. Sorry, it's hotter than a motherfucker. I had to try and put a fan on. Oh, so I guess I'm going to have to do some sort of halftime review. Is that what people do when they do these live streams? In a word, shit. We haven't gotten going. We've had a couple of little threats from Iwobi and from Moses. I'm a little bit surprised Moses is playing on the left-hand side. I know Iwobi doesn't play great on the left-hand side, but I've never seen Moses play on the left-hand side before in my life. At least not for club. Please just get a decent effort. Just a decent effort. That is not it, bruv. That is not it, bruv. All right, drive it. Just drive it. Oh. This is an effort on goal. Fuck's sake. Well, we are playing scared. We are playing scared. John, I want to believe that we're just warming up. I want to believe that. What did I say yesterday, JJ? I don't rate Mikel. I don't care if he's our captain. I don't rate him. Never have done, never will do. And yes, JJ, even at 50 years old, JJ can do something. If he did, I never saw him play on the left-hand side for Liverpool. I know he's got a decent left foot, but he tends to play on the right-hand side. What is annoying me is, right, and you guys won't believe this watching this game. Normally, our passing is a lot better than this. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what we've been doing. And it's so unusual. Obviously, you come from supporting a team like Arsenal who, if anything, rely on that passing shit too much. And it's just like, what? It's like, what are we doing? It's like we can't even string 3 passes together. And I know Nigeria are generally about their dribbling, but yeah, I agree, to be fair, Archie. I think he has been awful. I told you, I think we'd get Arsenal Iwobi for today, which is fine, as long as we get Nigerian Iwobi for the summer. I tell you what, for me, just out of anyone who's curious and is sick of me defending Iwobi, I'll tell you for something for free. Listen, if this kid doesn't perform in the World Cup, sell him. Fuck alone. Sell him. Just sell him. I'll be honest. But that's what I'm trying to tell you, Doc. We are underperforming today. But believe me, we beat Argentina and beat them well. And people were wondering, what, didn't they have any of their big guns? No. Check the team sheet. They had their big guns, all right. They didn't do shit. I think the only person they were missing was Messi. But they still had Aguero, they still had Higuain, they still had all their big hitters. They still had Diablo. Yeah, I know. I don't know why we haven't started in Iheanacho. Iheanacho would have been the option to go with in this game. You just need someone who can hold the ball up a little bit. And Agalo's fine when he's running off somebody, when he's got a striker to run off. But he's not a focal point striker. I don't care what anyone tells me. He's just not. He isn't. Be honest. What, from this season? It's difficult to defend. It's difficult to compare a team to Nigeria in terms of defense. What I would say is, like, and watching this, it's like whenever Arsenal play a big team, that's what our defense is like. It's just magnified because we're playing England and we're playing. We look like we're playing scared, to be fair. Do you know what this kind of reminds you of? You know when Arsenal played Bayern Munich, our defense was just terrified. It was terrified. And you're probably thinking, well, which time? I'm talking about, not obviously we did play them the season just gone, but the season before that. We just looked terrified. And that's the way we look terrified right now. We ain't started at all. Will Graham, to explain why Ali's getting booed, apart from the fact that he's pretty hated in England, he's half Nigerian. So the Nigerian fans are like, fuck this guy. But here's the thing: you say that, and I say that, and And part of me agrees with you, Archie, but here's the thing. To be honest with you, I get why they're scared. You know, it's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of eyes on them. You know, it's a high-profile game. And regardless of what you and I think of the England football team, they have a lot of players that can come across as intimidating. So, yeah, I get it. Arun, I think, I'll be honest with you, right? With Sterling, I think he's been treated like a punk. He's been treated very unfairly by the media. They've clearly targeted him. You know, so what? Who the fuck cares what gets tattooed on him? Like, for example, right? But they've just decided they've got an issue with him, and they've just decided, you know what? We're going to build this whole media storm. And here's the good thing, though. People aren't buying it. People are like, well, who gives a fuck? And that's what I am happy to see. I disagree with you about me. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. Iheanacho is a very good player, for example. Moses, when he wants to be, is a very, very good player. That's what I'm saying. Let the man live a private life. It's as simple as that. But anyway, guys, if you guys are liking what you're viewing, please, please, please do crush that like button. And if you're not, hit the dislike button. It gives me the feedback that I need to know whether I should continue to do this particular format of showing you my game. Maybe you guys would prefer me, I don't know, being on a sofa watching a game and the camera being a bit more neutral. I just wanted to have that interaction with you guys. But, you know, feedback is always important. It's the only way I'm going to get a better show. So a good example of that is somebody gave me some feedback recently, a couple of weeks ago, and they said, listen, I mean this as no disrespect, but all I think you need is like a lot, just better lighting and a new camera. New camera has been delivered today. I haven't had an opportunity to set that up yet because I Google Primed it. Shout out to Google. But that's arrived, so I'm going to set that up after. So I'll be using a better camera. And then I bought myself also a light stand that's going to sit behind me, which is better than the shitty little lamp that I'm using at the moment. I thought some natural light would help me, but it's not really helping me. So, you know, yeah. Plus, it's not giving me a fucking headache. Maybe I should switch it off. It's not making much difference, is it? So, yeah, you guys let me know. Just keep me informed. Let me know if you like what you're viewing. It's all helpful to me. It must be raging. Who's next on the chopping block? Doc Daniel. You're going to see tomorrow. I'm dropping it tomorrow. I've already recorded it. So it's just a case of dropping it now. But let's just say it's going to be an interesting one. Let's put it that way. Tell you what, tell you something that's a full-time job. Blocking all this spam shit. Fucking hell. Is this what people go through when they live stream shit? You see people like True Geordie and all that doing all this live stream stuff. Didn't realize this is what you have to do. Yeah, I agree. They need to. I think what would have been key for us, Johnson, would have been for us to have taken that 1-0 into half-time. I think it was a disaster that Kane scored. And it was right when somebody said, oh, I barely noticed. Kane in this match. And in my mind, I thought to myself, fuck. Just see what Archie said. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, mad. We made an inquiry with the whole world, apparently. Ah, Miss Mortimer's in the house. What up, Emily? Good. See, I don't like that. Maybe, because I've got a fair amount of dislikes on this. So maybe not. You never know. It depends. It all depends on the way you guys receive it. You know, for me, I pay attention to the dislikes as much as the likes too. So if you guys like it, crush that like button. If not, hit that dislike button. Indifference, in a way, is a lot worse because then I don't know anything. Don't know if you like it or not. MN, on this performance, we won't get out of our group. In all honesty, we won't get out of our group. On this performance. If we could up this performance, then yeah, I think we'll do all right, but not on this performance. Arun, I would love it if Henry would be our number 2. I know Emre has a number 2. But if Henry could almost be the media's number 2. It's like when people say Arteta is Pep's number 2. He isn't. He's a coach. He's just a recognizable face. So people say, oh, well, Arteta must be his number. He's not a number 2. He's a coach. And if Henry came in as part of the coaching setup, I'd be happy with that. I love Kenny Ken, you know. Big personality, big opinions. Him and Claude, I know, are very vocal on this idea that nobody from any previous Arsenal background should be part of the Arsenal setup. I get their reasoning for it. I think it's a very sound, very logical point of view. From my perspective, I have a different thought process. To me, I feel like some of these players need to remind them what the fuck it is to play for Arsenal Football Club, because a lot of them have clearly lost their way. And the one thing I will say is I was always against Henry as a number 1. But as a number 2 or a coach, why not? First of all, he'll draw people to the club. Second of all, he'll remind some of these strikers, some of these attacking players of ours, what the fuck it is to play for Arsenal. And you're kidding yourself if most of these Arsenal players didn't idolise or worship Henry in some sort of shape or form. You've heard Lacazette say it. You've heard Aubameyang say it. Plenty of people come to Arsenal because of Henry. So I would only see it as a good thing, if for no other reason, from an inspirational point of view. Possibly, RT, possibly. I think, here's the thing. In a way, I would say no, only because of the fact that to play the Santi role, you need to be a good passer. He's not a good passer. What Iwobi is very good at doing is a good dribbler. So he could play, his role is a number 10, a central number 10, who could dribble the ball and then lay on that kind of last pass or have an effort on goal. I don't think Iwobi is an accurate enough passer to play as a number. You need to have, maybe he's not a good passer is a harsh word. What I would go far as to say this, he's not a Cesc Fabregas type passer. Here's the thing that people get twisted. I don't think Ramsey is a Cesc Fabregas type passer. But Ramsey makes that shit work, and he adapts his game, and that's what I want to see Iwobi do. Adapting his. You don't need to be a glorious passer. Hell, if scoring goals ain't your thing, and it clearly ain't, don't. But be effective elsewhere on the pitch. So that's why I can see why people are talking about, well, he's quite big, and he's quite built. Maybe he could be a number 8. I'm not so certain, but I think he could definitely be a number 10. Yeah, I expected better from Nigeria too, Johnny. I really did. I really did. I really did. And I can't blame you for saying that we won't get out of the group. We'll see. On this performance so far, we ain't going to do shit. They're coming out. They're coming back out now. I agree with you, Mark. I miss Daniel and Amakochi too. If for no other reason, just so I could say his name. Love that name. I think I'm going to pick a chat room moderator next time so they can do all this blocking spam shit, because this is long. No problem, man. No problem. Johnny, I'm answering a question of a user, which is why I'm talking about Iwobi. Calm down, mate. Blimey, I thought we were good. Can't blame Jamie. Supported England. Possibly, Doc. I think that's a decent assessment. Don't get it twisted. A worse version of Iwobi. And I see not Ian Asher coming on, which is a bit worrying. But at least we're making some subs, so that's good. Oh, it's really affected my eyes. Yeah, RT, I would say that's a decent comparison too. Worst version of these players. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, I mean, I'll be backing all the African teams. I think that's a given. That's not down to anything else other than the fact that African teams don't win shit. So whenever one of our teams go out, we tend to root for the other. This is an answer to you, Jamie, by the way. But outside of African teams, then yeah, England is the team I'm hoping does well. Do I expect England to do well? No. But, you know, I also don't expect Nigeria to do well. It doesn't stop me from supporting them. Darren Skippy, Nigeria needed someone like Ali. We don't have him, which is why we hate him. Just saw a question about Mustafi. You're going to get me ranting. Hold on. Mad T9. Chig, do you think Mustafi can improve? I give him one more chance. No. If you want me to be real, no. I don't think he can improve. If anyone who's a long-time subscriber of mine will know, from the day we bought him, I was a bit unenthusiastic because I remembered that, hold on, isn't this the same geezer who cost Gary Neville his job? And then I remembered, hold on, Guillaume Balaguer, when we first signed Mustafi, he did an interview on Sky Sports, and I'll never forget his words. He went, I don't get why Arsenal want to buy Mustafi. He's not good enough for Arsenal. quote unquote. And I was like, fuck. I remember thinking that and time. And the first time I realized this guy was not good enough was PSG away. You know how we scrambled to a 1-1 result? But it was, first of all, A, it was the best game Ospina's played. B, it was the worst game Cavani had played because he missed so many chances. But C, oh, no! Yes! Ooh, ooh. Say something. You say the Wobie was shit, bruv. You say the Wobie was shit, bruv. Big 1-7. Big 1-7. Big 1-7. Pull up. Game motherfucking on now. Yeah, can't even remember what the fuck I was talking about. Yeah, Mustafi. I was completely distracted. I was so glad it was him that scored as well. Just what I'm trying to tell you. A Wobie for Nigeria and a Wobie for Arsenal are two different species. Now, all right, you know, that goal was a fucking rebound, but you've got to be in there to get it. Let's be real here. Johnny, you didn't tell me shit, motherfucker. What was I talking about before Iwobi scored? Mustafi. So it was when we played PSG and he kept getting turned by Cavani. That I thought to myself, fucking hell, this guy is dog shit. Nigeria starting to pump through the gears now, bruv. Ooh. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Sorry. So yeah. Oh, Kocha, oh, Kocha, starting to kick into fucking Kalechi mode now. Ooh. Now we got these motherfuckers on the ropes. Now we got them on the ropes. I don't know, Fury. I don't know. I'm trying to text Ola. Where is that motherfucker? Oh, Kocha, oh, Kocha, everybody gyrate, gyrate. Oh, no. I'll just take Ola again, just in case he's about. Niger for life, I hear you, brother. Now it's on. Oh, turn even. Oh, come on, Moses, do better, man. I'm gonna leave my man on the floor, and then the pass is so shit, though. But see, this is what I don't like. Bring him down, bruv. Didn't even give away a foul. I don't know how that wasn't a foul. What worries me is the counter attack. It's the movement. English movement is causing us problems. There's no getting away from that. I just wish we could show a little bit of stubbornness. That's all I want us to do. Yes, of course that was us. Move, bruv. Oh, for fuck's sake. See, now you motherfuckers got me concentrating on the game and shit. see around this fucking lamp. It's in the way, but you guys can't see me. Do you know what I mean? I know this is what's gonna happen. Let me fucking call it for you guys, right? Let me call it for you guys right now. Hold on, let me just block somebody else. Let me call it for you guys right now. Wait. Oh, that is a stupid penalty to give away. Oh, is he diving? Dickhead. Get up. Prick. Sorry. I was defending Sterling earlier. But if that is some diving shit, you diving to Nigeria. You can't beat us without cheating now. Diving prick. See, that's how you know we got these motherfuckers worried now. Because you know when they're starting to dive and shit, we got them worried. Now we got them worried. It depends, man. How big is your following? That's to Mr. Arsenal, by the way. But that's how he dives, though, Oliver. He dives to minimize risk. He basically falls on the fucking person that's out to make the challenge. Good. I'm glad. See, now we've got hold of the ball and starting to pass it about a bit. This is more like it. Not the first half bullshit that we were displaying before. Okay, now drive it. No, clear final pass is that though, bro. What is that? Because I also don't like the way that England are sitting back a little bit because they are quick enough to hit us in the break. And apparently our defenders are clueless to pace, even though they've got pace. That literally makes no fucking sense. But here's what's going to happen. It would not surprise me if Nigeria score, make it 2-2, only for fucking Danny Welbeck to get the third goal. Just stay with Trippier. Stay with him. There you go. There you go. This is better. This is better. See what I'm saying? Iwobi, this is the problem with Iwobi. He tries these Cesc Fabregas-like passes when he does not have that Cesc Fabregas-like vision. And that's where he gives the ball away, and that's how he pisses people off. Added to the fact that this motherfucker can't shoot, he can't finish. So there are a lot of problems. When I put it like that, there are a lot of problems with Iwobi's game. And it's difficult to defend him when he's like that. What I would say with Iwobi is, I think if you play him centrally in an advanced position, you're going to get the best out of him, whatever the best is. But don't get it twisted, he does not play like a descendant from JJ Okocha. He just doesn't, not even a little bit. But as Ola said yesterday, if he can channel a tenth of JJ's ability in this game, just a tenth. Okay? No, bruv, you can't shoot. Why would you shoot? Moses, you can't shoot, bruv. I don't even understand why that would be an option. Why would that be an option? We need a counter attack or something because the midfield's a bit congested at the moment. The game's just settled down a little bit. But I'm glad we're at least back in the fucking game. Well, as I say that, whoa. Oh, Kocha, Am I going to do a review? I don't know. If you guys want to see one, I'll do one. So are you guys at least a little bit more entertained by the game? Probably not. Probably not. It is England and a poor Nigeria team playing. I just wish Ian Nacho was on the fucking pitch. I've never really rated a guy. I never really have. Whereas Ian Nacho, I like what he's about. I think he's a much better player. They are like torture. I agree with you, Oliver. I stopped watching England games a long time ago. In fact, the last England game I watched, this is how old school I am. The last England game I watched, look at this, look at that pass, bruv. Where is that pass to? Great tackle, but where is that pass to? One of these Chinese league teams, he moved, didn't he, for quite a lot of money a couple of years ago from Watford. There's a shitload of money in China now. I'll tell you what, guys, let's get the chat room going a little bit. Who do you guys think is going to win the World Cup? Let me know. No joke answers like Nigeria, because let's be fucking real here. Let's be real here. Brazil from Oliver Foy, France from Jamie, Arun, France or Belgium. I never believe in Belgium. Never. Doc, France. Carlton, Ragsdale, Germany or France. Matthew Oldham, Niger. I wish, brother. I wish. Buster Cherry, Portugal. Shout out to Buster Cherry, my favorite grumpy old man. Oh, shit. If you're in a good mood, Buster Cherry would check you real quick. Belgium's better than England. Yeah, but I don't think they'll win. I don't think either team will win it. Germany, good shout, good shout. Matthew, Germany by a country mile. Yeah. It is looking like Germany or France, someone like that. I don't see Brazil doing shit in Russia, to be honest. I'll tell you what, let me ask you guys this. Who's going to be the surprise package of the World Cup? Colombia, Egypt. I think Egypt will be as well. I don't know if they'll get a Ghana-like run, but I think Egypt will be as well. If they can get Salah fit, Uruguay is a good shout. I like that, Archie. Sweden is a decent shout. That should have been 3. I'm not even gonna lie. That should have been fucking 3. We need to get our shit together, man. Honestly, what is going on? Senegal, Morocco, England. Anthony Gordon, optimistic. I'll give him that. Iceland could be. Let's be real, they could be. Moose is coming up, finally. Someone who's a bit direct and pacey. They will not like that. Let's go, Musa. Let's go, Moose. All right, let me ask you guys this as we're doing a little bit of it's not often I get to ask you guys questions. Who do you think will do best out of the African nations? Sorry, out of the African nations in the World Cup, to clarify. Oh, I wish, Matthew, I wish. Egypt, yeah. I hope so, Johnson and Anthony, I hope so. Realistically, probably Egypt. Egypt. I don't get why people are backing Senegal. I don't think Senegal are that impressive. But yeah, Egypt probably. All right, let's put this. I don't even know what we're like headering these days. Because we don't normally header. So let's see what happens to this. Musa on the ball, free kick. Let's go. Just back to the keeper. Just don't take no risks. No? Why not, Matthew? Why not? Yeah, people keep telling me this. Are Senegal that good? I don't know. I must confess, I don't follow them that closely, weirdly, because I have quite good knowledge on a lot of African teams. So Senegal's not really a team I've ever paid attention to. Yeah, I suppose so. I guess they're the Ivory Coast these days of the African nations. Would that be fair to say? No, I think Ola put it best yesterday, right? Nigeria and what's it called? Hold on. That's a shame, man. No one was there though. Senegal have the best African team in my opinion. Yeah, they have Koulibaly. Yeah, yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I forgot about Mane. I must admit. Gaya, Mane, Coyote, Koulibaly. Yeah, yeah. They cause some problems. Gosh, I would love Koulibaly, man. That'd be my dream signing for Arsenal if we were to make it now. Real defender, no nonsense, no bullshit type defender. Got Daddy Rose, Loftus Cheek, Oh, was it just those two? Yeah. For the guy in the background was a new player. It's like, is that fucking drink water? What do you guys think of the England squad? Are you guys happy with it? I mean, I imagine a lot of you, not all of you, but I imagine a lot of you are England supporters. Are you happy with it? Yeah, we are. We are. We are, Colin. I must admit, I'm a bit anxious, though. I'm a bit. I want us to really push for something. Maybe we'll have a strong last 10 minutes, but I'm hoping we don't concede a third goal in doing that. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think Wilshere could have been in it. I don't necessarily think he had to have been in it. In a lot of ways, I get why he isn't in it. Because whether he likes to hear it or not, he didn't finish the season well. He didn't. I think he's had a largely decent season, but the last part of it wasn't good. Little surprised Lallana's not in it, but I know Lallana was injured for a lot of it. Could have made an argument for Shelby being in it because I actually thought he had a really good season for Newcastle, but like Southgate will quickly find out. I mean, I actually think in this game, watch, I'm going to say this now, and England are going to score, so let me shut up for a second. In this game, a Wilshere may have been the different. Oh, bun him! But no one's there, though. All this win work, but someone has to be there. I actually agree with you, Jalen. I agree with you completely, actually. Did you? Oh, I'm sorry, Samson. Shucks. Sorry about that. Oh. Yeah, it probably will, to be fair. Which I'll be disappointed with Simpan. I'll be Simpan. I'll be really, really disappointed. My phone is going nuts. It must be Twitter. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Oh! Hey! Okay, at least you got a free kick out of it. Arsenal should find Pickford. Do you guys rate Pickford? I'm curious to know whether you rate him or not. Gyrate, everybody gyrate. Nope, prefer Butland. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree with you, Archie and Uren. I agree. I prefer Butland. I think Pickford is a very good shot stopper. Here's the thing: people won't like to admit. Almuna was a very good shot stopper. It was every fucking thing else that was shit about Almuna. I don't want just a shot stopper. I'm not necessarily saying Pickford is like Almuna. I'm pretty confident he's better than Almuna. But I just see what I'm saying? Here comes Wells. Here comes Wells to haunt our dreams. Yeah, to me, I'd prefer Pickford. I would. I prefer Pickford. Butland. I prefer Butland. His kicking is very good. I agree with that. It's very good. Yeah, they've got. I agree with you, Colin. They've got a lot of players that are very say, "Oh, fucking hell, Rashford's coming on as well." The last thing we need is Rashford's movement. I'm hoping Jose has fucked up his confidence so badly that he doesn't do anything. We're on an attack here. Hold on. Hold on, guy. Oh, gosh. What was that? Yeah, I agree with you, Colin. I think there's too many people who are very, especially the midfield, that are very samey. Like, I think Loftus-Cheek is very, very good. Dyer does a job. Dyer's just one of them players. He's effective, isn't he? He's not brilliant, but does the job. But Wilshere is something a little bit different. Even Shelvey is something a little bit different. Because I'm not overly concerned whether Wilshere got in this team or not. Honestly, to be honest, towards the back end of the season, the motherfucker didn't deserve an England spot. Shelvey did, though. And he's something a little bit different. It's 2-1, Jarmai. I butchered that name, haven't I? Jarmai? Yeah. It's 2-1. Who are you talking about, Archie? Yeah, I've seen this name come up a few times, Jalen. Clearly, he's very, very rated by you guys. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about him. I'll be real with you. Jarmai. Okay. There you go. I said it right the first time. Yeah. Arun, I would love Perez to return to Arsenal. I would absolutely love him to return to Arsenal. I know that he had a people say poorish season at Deportivo, but I'm pretty sure he contributed to more goals than Danny Welbeck. And I keep hearing people asking for Danny Welbeck to stay. But I think he was harshly treated by Wenger. Yes, finally, for fuck's sake, Ian Nacho's coming on. I think he was harshly treated by Wenger. I made a massive rant video about the fact that Lucas Perez was dumped essentially by Wenger. And I'm glad he's back, and I'm hoping that Emery convinces him to stay because, you know, I know there was a lot of stories that Lucas Perez was just desperate to get out of Deportivo in the end because the fans were on his case. But if Emre can understand the player in the sense that obviously they're both Spanish, but Emre rates the player highly, wanted to sign him, I believe, for PSG when he signed for us. Rates the player highly. So if you can get into him and try and understand where he ticks, he might be a half decent player. He wasn't, Mr. Arsenal. He wasn't. He was not the same. He just wasn't. That's what I'm saying, bro. And the thing is, Jalen, and I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. And I agree with you, Oliver. I would love Leon Bailey. But what I'm saying about Perez is that's the thing. He can play a few different positions, and whatever position he was given, he played well. I just don't see why it'd be such a bad thing to say if you needed to sell a player, why not big boy defending, big boy defending? Why not sell Welbeck? He doesn't want to sign a contract. Fuck him anyway. Sell him. Sell him for 15, 16 million. Someone like West Ham will buy him. Everton will buy him. Sell him for 15. Everton need a fucking striker. They just let go of Rooney. So sell him for 15, 16 million. Yeah, he works hard on that, but he doesn't do anything else, man. Sell him. And then you bring in Perez. And all right, people might say, yeah, but we need winners as it is. Is he that good of a winner that we have to keep him on the books? I don't get that mentality. Like I've heard people, and don't get it twisted, this is not a jab at Robbie, but I've heard Robbie say, oh, he thinks that we should keep Welbeck because he's the only one in our team that offers any width. Really? Does he offer that much width that we need to keep him in the squad? And I was under the impression he was a striker anyway. He just happens to play on the wing. What we should be buying are wingers. Then let go of the dead striker that we have in Welbeck. And then, I don't know, bring back one of our own freaking players so that won't cost us money. Bring back one of our own players. Sorry, I'm so rude not looking into the camera at you guys, but I'm so nervous. We should bring back one of our own players to cover that spot. And you just get Emre to talk to him and say, listen, clearly you're not going to be a striker above. You're not going to be a starting striker above Lacazette and Aubameyang, but you're an option. And it's up to you to challenge them. If you're ready for that challenge, I'm happy to keep you. If you're not, if you don't want that challenge, you know, you're 29 years old going on 30, I get it. You might want to just play regularly. I'm happy to sell you. Give him that option. And I would promote Nelson as well, you know. I must admit, there's a lot of talk about winners and that, and don't get it twisted. If we could somehow pull off Dembele, goodness gracious. But we should be looking to give people like Reece Nelson an opportunity to see if they can do a job, at least on one of the wings. Play them more, rotate the fucking team more. And that's more than anything what I'm looking forward to with Emre. Someone who's going to utilize the squad better and rotate better. Now, people like James, I'm going to come on to you now because a lot of people compare Perez to this next player, and that's Joel Campbell. To me, Joel Campbell, I loved Joel Campbell initially before he went on loan. Always thought he did pretty well at Arsenal. But he's also been away from us for a long, long time. And I think it's clear he loves Lisbon. Let him stay. In fact, if we can use, I don't even know if Joel Campbell has any more years left on his contract for Arsenal. But if he does, use it to work out some sort of fucking decent deal for us for a player. You know, we don't have money, so the only thing we can do is do some fucking wheeler deal type shit. I agree with you, Oliver. I think our best chance is working out some sort of 2-year deal, 2-year loan deal, and then hope we can get him on some sort of cheap shit after that period of time. Fuck Ali, Oliver. Fuck Ali. Ah, well, there you go then. I figured his contract would be up, which is why I would which is why I would lose them. Yeah, I agree with you, Colin. It's basically my sentiments. He deserves an opportunity to compete. I don't think it's any bad thing that you have 3 devastating finishers in the fucking team. Like, why would that be a bad thing? I don't get that. Because here's the thing, people, and this is what I didn't understand about Robbie's point. So Robbie's point was he'd keep Welbeck because he's the only one that offers real width to the team. But then you still want us to get a winner anyway. So why not sell him and buy said winners? Like, either way, you want a winner anyway. So why not sell him and get 2? Because arguably we need 2. I see Mkhitaryan, if we could get a decent defensive midfielder, I can see Mkhitaryan quite conceivably playing the number 8 role. I really could. I don't see him as a winner, and I don't think he'll ever be trusted to play a number 10 role. So, but I think he's a central player, no matter what the way you want to see it, he's a central player. So if you can get him to play that Santi position, stick him next to a defensive midfielder, and then put actual fucking wingers around Ozil behind an Aubameyang, I think that would be fucking devastating. That would be my absolute dream. That would be my dream right there. Keep Perez, keep Lacazette, put actual wingers around Ozil, if you're going to keep Ozil, that is, around Ozil and Aubameyang, and watch us work. Improve that defense, get a new goalkeeper, and you're good to go. I think the game is starting to peter out, to be honest, Fury. I was hoping we would have a 10-minute push, but we look tired. We look tired. I'm hoping. I'm trying not to think about 2-2 yet. Not yet. Not yet. Do you know why, Stel? Let me tell you why. People come on here, and they told me in the chat room, people have come on here expecting for me to be streaming the game. They've noticed it's my ugly mug, so they think, oh, who the fuck is this geezer? Thumbs down. And that's what it is. But nowhere along my title does it say I'm streaming a game. You're watching along with me. Presumably, you have the fucking thing on. Not like it's on Sky or something. It's on IT fucking V. Stel, let me ask you, because you like saying controversial shit. Do you like the Nigerian kid? See what I'm saying? Fuck you, Stel. It's a bad man kid. You don't know what you're talking about. I see Lee's dropped another video. Yeah. Am I an England fan? GFTV. Oh, I like to see England do well. But no, I am a Nigerian fan in this. British born, British raised, but my heart is with Nigeria and the Super Eagles. Prick. And the funny thing is, Fury still likes it. He just likes to say some shit to wind me up. Ola, man like Ola. I put the link in on Twitter some time ago. Do you want to come on? I'd have Leno, Oliver. The one I was a bit worried about was the what is that geezer's name? Just played them fuckers in the Europa as well. That other goalkeeper would be a link with. His name escapes me. That one was the one I was a bit worried about. Yeah, no, I see Ola Fury. I see him. I was just texting him as well. It's just WhatsApping him. Man like Ola. Do you want to come in the chat room? Do you want to come on this feed? All right, let's bring Ola on. I feel I've done all right by myself, actually, for a little while, but it's always easier when there's another person watching the game with you. Bring Ola on. I DM'd you. Ola. Should be with you. Man like Ola. What we could get Ola to do, because this game's winding down. It looks like it's going to stay 2-1. Me and Ola can literally just slip into the review of the game and go from there, do ratings like Jalen said. So you guys stick with us. We'll just transition into that. You guys have been great, by the way. The ones that stuck with us throughout me just rabbiting by myself. I know this can't be all the way interesting. I've never done it. I've never done this style of football-related thing before, but like just streaming live and shit. But I hope you guys have found it entertaining. And not too many of you were fooled by thinking that I was going to play the whole England. I don't know why you guys would think that. Why would you think that? I was going to stream a game that was on ITV anyway. Eh? I mean, all right, I know there are a lot of overseas people that don't get ITV, but still. Where is man like Ola? My man asked me for the link and he can't. Giving it to him and he can't come on. So still, we just discussed that a lot. I think the whole fucking thing is overblown. We need to leave the kid alone. We literally have just decided, you know what, the press have just got to target this guy. It's like he's young, he's stupid, isn't it? I personally wouldn't get a gun tattoo, but it's not my fucking body. So let him live. Man's not killing anyone. Yeah, I agree. I think Butland is going to be the one that Liverpool get to replace the useless Karius. Man, Allah.
Yeah.
Bada.
Yeah, what's happening, people? Everything blessed, yeah?
Yeah, man, I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah, man. I've been enjoying the game. You know, we didn't do a lot in the first half, to be fair, but came alive in the second half, and second half hasn't been too bad. I just wish the changes were made in the second half we started with in the first half. But on the whole, one thing we did say yesterday, if you remember, was, you know, we would like Nigeria not to lay down or roll over for England, and
and they didn't.
And they didn't do that because one thing
happened in the first 10 minutes. If you want me to be honest.
I mean, one thing's for sure, they got superior players to us. You know, that's definitely for sure. But you know, for me, I think they
look at this
going on here. What?
Look at this. Yeah, I agree. Clearly, they've got superior players to us. Our fucking defense is useless, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was so pissed watching what we were doing in the first 9 minutes of the game. Like every attack, they were just penetrating through. It's like what's going on?
Chig, anyhow, Nigeria scored equalizer. I'm gonna
Bro, the feed will cut. The feed will cut. I'm telling you now, the feed will cut.
Did I not take a tenner on that call? We called that score like 2-2 last night.
Oh, shit.
What's happening, chat room? Everybody bless, yeah? Mr. Arsenal 89 did say yesterday, last night, did shout about, I did call that it will be doing beats in this game. And I've got to say, for me, it was clinical, it was cynical. It did, you know what, any Arsenal fan, any Nigerian fan would have wanted him to do. You get a pass in my book when you stood up Dele Ali the way you did. And score a goal as well. So yeah, man, for me, it definitely got brownie points for that. And
if anyone wants to know what Ola means by studying up Dele Ali, go and check out his Twitter. He's got a nice.
It's on my timeline. It's going mad.
But I'm gonna make my screensaver for a couple of days.
I mean, to study the prodigal son like Dele Ali like that, you know what I mean? For me, I thought what's going on. Somebody did put on Twitter as well that Ahmed Musa he's been running off like the way his pace. It's like he just stole something off you. You know, every time he got the ball, he left Kyle Walker behind him, you know. And the other lad there that, as I said to you in the text, Ashley Young got exposed by that lad there as well. He had to get subbed off.
Yeah,
he
did. He did,
and those were the guys that got brought in. So I mean, one thing's for sure, you know, there's in-game tactics by the manager, Mr. Raw. That's his name, right? I'm not even going to let you pronounce it because you're going to kill out the man's name. So you know, it's
sorry, my phone's been going nuts during this whole fucking game. People winding me up that England are going to smack Nigeria. I knew, I did say it on yesterday's channel, and you said it as well. There ain't no way Nigeria's getting rolled over by England. Now, people in the chat room say, yeah, but England had loads of chances. And I agree, they did, but they didn't score. That's just bottom line. They didn't fucking score. You don't get points or goals for close. I knew we wouldn't get rolled over. And in the second half, I'm glad, because I did say it on the stream here as well, that if we could take a 1-0 into half time, then it will give the manager time to get into those players and find out what the fuck's going on, right? Now, all right, it didn't happen. They went 2-0 up into half time. But clearly the manager got into the players and were like, what the fuck's going on? Because as soon as the half was over, they were able to come out and be much more direct. I think our passing game is when did we become so horrible at passing? When did that happen? I don't understand that.
Look, the one thing I did notice in the game, as I said to you in the little review we done yesterday about Mikel, and I thought for me, Mikel was a big problem in the midfield. I don't understand how we still getting a shirt. You know, how we still doing it. I know they got bodies around him, that you know, to make the runs and do the donkey work. But there's a couple of passes today that I thought were open passes that could have got the striker in behind that, you know, could have released us and give us a chance against one-on-one against Pickford, but we didn't get that.
But that's why I don't like the idea of Ighalo starting, because I feel like Ighalo plays best when he plays with someone, and I was saying that in the chat room, because he's a runner.
Or even when he comes off the bench.
Yeah.
Even when he's more
someone who just runs. And that's what Ighalo does. He runs and he runs and he runs. Whereas effectively he's fucking Welbeck. You don't start Welbeck up front by himself. You just don't. But he is our Danny Welbeck, because to be honest, he's not that good of a finisher. So he is our Danny.
Bring him on, make him run at tired defenses, and you know you can get openings for yourself through the defense there. And
exactly. Whereas Iheanacho, he is much more of a technical player. First of all, he's more built than Ighalo. Okay, he's not as quick as Ighalo, but he's more technical. He's got more of a brain. And I felt like, particularly in the first half, he would have been a good outlet to just have the ball, hold it up, and allow people like Iwobi and Moses to kind of get near him and run off him. I hate Moses playing on that left-hand side. I hate it. It's not his position. Don't know why we played him there. I don't get that. I'd like to see that shit changed in the World Cup.
I mean, there's loads of options for the manager. One thing that I like about this manager, this coach we've got, is the fact that he's prepared to change things up. He's prepared to take a gamble. He's prepared to, you know, sort out in-game management, and we saw that today. Hopefully, you know, going forward, we'll see that during the tournament, as the tournament you know, advances. I tell you something though, one thing, I don't know what's going on with people, but people are going mad about our kit, man. I mean, like,
what
I
people say
in the
chat room, people liked it. People liked it.
I said, brethren, you know what I mean? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, you know, brethren. Those that kit belongs to think the kit's nice, you know what I mean? Let's leave it there, man. Nigerians might think the England fucking kit's fucking dog shit, you know what I mean? So it's a matter of opinion.
I prefer our darker one. I do prefer the darker version.
Yeah.
But that one's nice. I do like that one.
Like I said, you know, Wenger did say a while back that, you know, everybody thinks they got the prettiest wife at home, you know, so when you think your kid's the dog's bollocks, you go think your kid's the best out there, you know what I mean? So you know, we think the kid's nice. Other people don't agree with it. It's a matter of opinion. But for me, I like the kid. I don't think there's much wrong with it. It's not the worst one out there. We're gonna see some horrible kits coming up in the World Cup. I can guarantee you that. You know what I mean? So definitely that's not the worst one out there. So still, let my team kit alone. See?
Girl likes it, trust me. It's winding me up.
I love you, brother. You know that. You know what I mean? You're banned out here.
Speaking of tops I like this little Lewis Hamilton get up you got right now. What's going on? The Mercedes thing, what? I like it.
Oh yeah. You know, I'm a big fan. You got to support the thing. You know what I mean? You got to support it while you're out there. Hamilton, one of the probably the only black man I know in Formula One that's been killing it out there. You know what I mean? Since young age, grew up, world championship. You got to support it, man. You know what I mean? When something like that is out there, man, there's no reason why you can't support it. So yeah, man, boy's a top lad as well. So you know,
you don't live that far from Silverstone. Did you ever watch?
No. He's round the corner from us. When they come round, yeah. I always go round there. Yeah? I've been around there with a few mates. watch races, and more time there's car shows down there as well.
Okay.
At Silverstone, and Santa Pod is around the corner from me as well, which
Okay.
a lot of petrol heads go to. I've been there a few times. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's around the corner from us.
All right. So as we edge towards wrapping this thing up, based on that performance, what are your hopes for Nigeria, and where do you think England will end up? Because I must admit, if it wasn't because I was so engrossed in Nigeria defending that team, I thought England performed. I thought movement-wise, I think they did quite well.
They did relatively well, you know.
Initially, and then in the second half, they just tapered the fuck off. I don't know what happened.
I mean, if you look at the first half analysis, they were saying Nigeria couldn't get near England, which a lot of it was down to Nigeria's unforced errors. There was a lot of unforced errors from Nigeria, just giving the ball away. I mean, at one point, Moses even passed one ball back about 50 yards, and it ended up with. I couldn't believe it. I'm thinking, come on, man, what? Why are you not driving at them? Just drive at them. If you lose the ball driving at them, then I can understand it. But don't kick it all the way back, and then it goes to one of their strikers. Like, you know, there's loads of that going on. Mikel giving the ball away countless times. I thought it would be on Nigeria's part was man of the match, and this is not trying to be biased in any way. I thought it was the one that was trying to get the ball out. He seems to be one of our only outlets. You know, he did quite a lot of hard work while a lot of people weren't really putting it on in the first half. And second half, you know, he got the goal. So, you know, as far as Nigeria was concerned, you know, he definitely pulled it out of the bag like he always does. He does this every time he plays for Nigeria, you know. But as far as England's concerned, I think, you know, they're going to get chances. It's how clinical they are. And we've got goal scorers. I mean, when you look at England, there's goal scorers all over the place. You know, there's people that can score goals. Kane is there. They got Sterling when he's got shooting boots on. I mean, that was a thieving bastard today, man. What was that dive all about? You just got a gun put on your right foot. Yeah, at least shoot with it. Don't be trying to dive. You know, shoot with the foot. You just put a gun tattoo on it and got a lot of slating for it, and you don't want to shoot with the foot. You start diving. I think, what's going on with this guy, man?
I'm not even lying, bro. Ask the chat room. I was shitting myself when it went open. I was like, surely fucking not. Surely we haven't just given away a penalty. And it was such a blatant dive. I don't even know why I was worried. I don't even know why I was worried.
Big up Chig Ola saying in the chat room. Bawo ni shalafia lowa. Bye. Yeah. So, you know, overall, I mean, it was an entertaining game. I wanted to see a bit more ding dong, you know, from both sides, but a lot of it was contained. When they saw that Nigeria's tails were up in the second half, you know, England backed up a little bit. Then they got their form back. They got their movement back, and they started. You know, they had a few chances as well. I feel the Nigerian keeper on the first free kick by, was it Trippier? He pulled out a really good good save.
Good save.
So I thought Pickford did, you know, he did, you know, he made some good saves as well. And the one thing I like to see from both keepers is better distribution. You know, as the tournament goes on. I also want to see you know, I also want to see, you know, the players a bit more clinical when chances come. You got to take your chances, because in the World Cup there's not going to be many chances to redeem yourself. So when the chances come, you know, we did say both teams, the defense is a bit suspect on both teams, you know, and we saw that today. There was always going to be goals from both teams, you know. So because they both got suspect defenses. So but on the whole, I'm happy with the second half performance as far as Nigeria was concerned. As far as England was concerned, I'm happy with their first half performance. I thought they done well in the first half. Second half, they picked it back up again, saw the game out. just took this thing out of the game in the end, and eventually took the win. So, I mean, considering we Nigeria asked for this challenge, in the first half I was thinking, oh God, I think you bit more than you could chew. I think a bit more than you could chew here, but they redeemed themselves and peeled back to.
I just want to see us start quicker, because the way we started in the second half was more like how I thought we'd play, whereas the first half we looked petrified, and I thought to myself, petrified for England, for fuck's sake. Wake up, man! Come on.
Yeah, I think Folarin Ayodele in the chat room just said. I mean, if he felt that the Nigerian team was a bit nervous, not petrified, just nervous. And when you're in a big stadium like Wembley, I think this is probably they haven't played there a lot. It's just the nervousness of the occasion, and you gotta hail the guys. Big the guys up for hanging in there, not letting the game get away from them. And, ultimately, the Nigerian fans that were in the stadium today wouldn't be feeling embarrassed by this performance. They definitely came out there and stood up and got counted. So,
just because it was asked to me so many times, explain to the people why Dele Alli was booed to fuck.
I mean, I said in the pod yesterday that Dele Alli was probably going to get it for Nigerian fans. He's eligible to play for Nigeria. The same as I said about Tammy Abraham yesterday. He's opted not to play for Nigeria. The same, Iwobi could have took the decision as well, but Iwobi is not a cunt like Dele Alli is. So we can understand why he's playing for his motherland, and you'll expect Dele Alli for the cunt that he is to play for the country. It could have been in Nigerian colours today, if you really wanted to, but obviously he thinks he's bigger and better, and good luck to him. And I hope more studs come his way as the tournament goes. As the tournament goes along. I don't wish injury on any player, but that guy is a fucking cockroach, man. And that's why he got booed so much. And you know what? Let's be fair. A lot of Nigerian fans are Arsenal fans as well. So I'm sure some of the Arsenal fans that's within the Nigerian contingent were happy to give him some stick. So. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I know it was belated. I just think you were busy. Otherwise, I would have sent you the link a lot earlier. But
no. I was just chilling, watching the game on a couple lagers, just kicking back. I've been to have me a little bit of cavalry today just before the game started.
As you do.
But as I do. I love my food, man. So.
All right, people. Well, thank you so much.
It's been a good evening. It's been a lovely evening.
Thank you so much.
Big up to everybody in the chat. Everybody's been nice in the chat still, considering.
Yeah, man. It's been a good bunch generally that have been in the chat. So thank you so much for everyone that's stuck with me. If you guys like this, like I kept saying throughout, this is an opportunity for you to tell me. And the best way of doing that is by crushing that like button, destroying it, drop kicking the shit out of it, so I know that you like it. And if you don't, you're welcome to dislike it. At least it tells me whether or not I should do this throughout the World Cup or not. But yeah, we're out of here, people. We're going to enjoy the rest of our Saturday. Take care. Peace.
Salute.